Is the most profitable week of your entire 2024 going to be this week in 2023? That's going to be our topic here today. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single week to help you in growing your real estate business. Today we're going to talk about what you should be doing now that Christmas is over. Hopefully you had a great holiday season. That's out of the way now. It's time for you to get serious about your business. And I want you to really think about what your task is for this week. What are you going to do in this weird time between Christmas Day and New Year's Day? What are you going to do to grow your business, to make money, to plan accordingly? This downtime is the most profitable week you'll ever have. We've always found for agents that are massively successful, they use that downtime where nobody's bothering them. They don't have a whole bunch of appointments and closings and that type of thing. You may have a couple of things going on, but it's generally a quiet time that you can start working on the business instead of in the business. And what I mean by that is really looking at the systems, the processes, the marketing campaigns that you're going to be putting in place here. So throughout this week, I want you to schedule an agenda that makes sense to make you profitable here between the 26th of December and January 2nd. That this year it falls on a Tuesday to Tuesday. What are you going to do to be as profitable as possible? Well, the first thing you've got to do is get a 90-day marketing campaign together. Go back into the Inner Circle Coaching website. Look at the call we did in early December where I showed you how to kind of lay out a marketing campaign that makes sense. But if I were to call you at the end of this week and I said, tell me what your marketing campaigns look like for January, February, March. Could you tell me what they look like? Could you email it over to me and show me, here's what I have and here's what I'm actually going to implement to guarantee the profitability I'm looking for. If you're trying to get an extra 6, 8, 10 closings a month, it's not going to happen by hoping it's going to happen. It's not going to happen by having a New Year's resolution, but no real plan to get there, right? You can't just wish it into action. You have to have a true marketing campaign. So use this slow time to put those things in place. Now, it's also a good time for you to go ahead and do a couple of things that you're never going to have time for once the new year rolls around. One thing I always recommend is you send a real simple one-page letter to everybody that you closed a home with in 2023, and you include their closing statement with a simple little note in there that just says, hey, you'll probably need this for your tax preparer. Since you just went through the move, I'm sure you misplaced everything. I wanted you to have it readily available. Hopefully you have a great year. Thanks so much for working with me. Keep me in mind for referrals, that type of thing. You can mail that out to everybody. I would go ahead and address all of them right now. You don't have to mail it until next week or the following week, but get it out of the way now while you have time, because there's a good chance you're not doing a good job with your database, which means you have all of their contact info in various places. Some of it's in your phone, some of it's in a CRM, some of them you got an email from them somewhere, and some of them you have in a file. Right? A manila folder somewhere. You got to compile all that information. But take every single closing, buyer or seller, take every closing you had in 2023, make up that little letter, change their name at the top, of course, but it's a form letter that you can send out to everybody. This is not only a goodwill kind of thing, but it also prompts for referrals. It's just being helpful for them even after the sale. What you don't want to do is be the kung fu realtor, right? That goes in, gets everything completed, gets the money, and then just leaves town. You guys remember the old Kung Fu movies, right? So what we want to do is show them that after the sale, we're still there helping them out. The lifelong real estate agent for them. It's going to help you for future business. It's going to help you for referrals. Get it done this week. Don't be laying around watching A Christmas Story again. It's time for you to get serious about your real estate business. So don't take too much time with this downtime everyone else has. It's a good time for you to get a leg up on anybody or everybody else. One thing I always recommend, if you do have, everybody goes through this New Year's resolution, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start going to the gym, I'm going to eat better, or whatever it is. What if you started today? Would you have a 6-day advantage on everybody that's just gorging themselves this week? Right? So like if you're just doing some mild exercise right now, because the last thing you want to do is wait till January 1st and get yourself sore, you're going to be done. What if we do some mild exercise? We get a 6-day leg up on everybody else that's out there. We're showing we're serious about a commitment to ourselves by saying it has nothing to do with the date, it has to do with a decision. there's probably something in your life that you want to do that right now. So I want you to make sure you do have, throughout this week, you have your at least 90-day agenda completed, so you know what your marketing campaign looks like January, February, March. I want you to make sure you contact all of the homeowners and home buyers that you worked with in 2023. Send them that letter with a copy of their closing statement. If you don't have it, simply get with the title company. They've got it. Your phone's going to be quiet. It's going to give you some extra time here. And as a little bonus idea for you, one thing that you should do is you should really look at doing one training video per day. If you log on to the Inner Circle website here, there's so much training we have. I know you haven't consumed any of it. And what happens is you get in there when you're busy. You get in there when you're overwhelmed. You can't find what you're looking for. You got all this extra stuff. Man, I meant to go through this. I forgot to go through this training. What if you take this downtime with no particular agenda when you log on to the site and you say, you know what? I'm going to find something today that can make a meaningful impact for my 2024 real estate business. Maybe it's a new niche, maybe it's something Greg did a while ago, or something I missed 3 weeks ago, or whatever the case is. And you go through, you review that training. I always tell everybody, a cool little tip for you. If you go down to the bottom of the videos, there's that little gear button. You can change the speed. You can hear me at 1.5 speed rather than at regular speed. Don't go any faster than that because you probably won't comprehend it as well. You won't consume that information that way. But you can get through a 30-minute video in 20 minutes. It's much, much faster that way. Find a training every day this week. What am I going to do on Tuesday that's going to make a meaningful impact for my business? What do I do on Wednesday? What about Thursday? What about Friday? Can I get something in over the weekend that's going to help me so that I have a clear mind, I have a knowledge base for making an educated decision come New Year's Day? Instead of just saying silly things like, oh, I'm going to grow my business. I'm really going to buckle down. I'm really going to focus in 2024. What I want you to do is really think about, okay, now I know the ideas, the niches, the holes in my business that I can start to plug to begin making a lot more money. You're going to do that by consuming information when you're in a more readily absorbable time frame, right? You can sit down and actually absorb this stuff. You don't have the bells and the dings and all the stuff going on and appointments over here and everything else. This can be the most profitable week of your entire year, and it happens just before the year begins. That's only true if you lay it out correctly, if you create a schedule for yourself and you stick to that schedule. You know how easy it is to be drawn over to the couch with a television and a fireplace and a bag of potato chips? Probably not a good idea. Certainly not profitable for you, right? We want to make money while we can, while everybody else is sleeping. That gives us a big leg up. Incidentally, with everybody that's kind of lagging this week, you will see higher results on your Facebook ads. You will see higher response rates to all of the marketing you're putting out. You will see better responses to Facebook Marketplace ads as well. Why? Because everybody's sitting around playing on social. They're looking at pictures of their cousin that came to the party that they haven't seen in the last 7 years, and they can't believe how big he's getting, and all of that stuff. Your ads are directly in front of them. They're not at work, they're playing. So this is a really good time for you to make a lot more money, no different than a Black Friday event. If everybody's at home, if nobody's working, Christmas Day, we got more leads than we've had since Thanksgiving. So anytime there's a slow time in the general consumer's day, we're going to pick up more business because they're playing on social, and that's where our ads are, right in between everything that they're looking at. So ramp that up. Get as much as you can this week, all the way through January 2nd. Try and scale up your marketing because you will see more leads at a lower cost. And one of the big advantages for you, most of the other real estate agents aren't doing this. The people in your town, they're not running ads on Marketplace. They're not running ads through the Facebook ads campaign. They're not sending out postcards. They're not doing anything because they say, oh, well, nobody's really doing anything this week. That's why I want to work with them. What, do you want to get with them when they're busy? What do you hear all the time? I'm too busy. I don't have time right now. We're going to do it later. This is the time for you to pick up that business. Are you sending out a group email that goes to your entire universe While they're spending more time in their email, do you have some sort of offer that's going out to them? Are you showing them your perfect home finder approach? That they can finally get their perfect home in 2024. Now's the time to get access to unlisted homes. Are you sending that out when they're going to be more receptive? Are they watching your marketing funnels that you have in place on Perfect Home Finder, or even your bulletproof listing presentation, or anything that you have where now they have time to consume stuff? You should have stuff in front of them. Think about what we started this morning meeting with. I have a lot of training videos available. I want you to go consume them every day. Why? Because I know you have time to do so. Well, your prospects are the same. Put something in front of them. Invite them to join your Facebook page or to join your YouTube channel. This is the time for you to do it when things are a little slower for them. Take advantage of this. Your competition is sleeping. This will be the most profitable week of your 2024 because it has to do with planning. You've heard before, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Now is the time for you to plan accordingly, create a big campaign for yourself, something you can stick to, something that you will actually implement, and I think you'll find it will be very, very profitable for you in the long run. So lay this out on a per-day basis. Don't just say, I'm going to do these 5 things sometime throughout this week because Friday rolls around and you haven't done but one of them. I want you to decide what you're doing today, and you're going to take it from the to-do list to the to-done list. And then tomorrow, what do you plan on doing? What do you plan on doing the next day and the next day? Lay that out for the next 4, 5, 6 days here. Watch what happens to your real estate business. We've got so much information coming your way. Some of you have heard I have a tremendous online event we're doing in February. You'll be getting some information on that as well. I think we've got 3 or 4 big online meetings for our members in the month of January. We're doing a lot for you in 2024. You got to show up. I saw, not that I trust the NAR, but the NAR just showed their forecast for 2024. They're anticipating more closings than we had in 2023, a lot more. Which means, if they're right, and I think they will be right, because if rates go down a little bit, more people qualify. If we do have more closings in 2024, that means more business for you as well, but that's only true if you're beating obscurity. You better plan for it now. Plan for people in your town that are going to be selling in 2024. You have to have your offer in front of them, or they're going to be selling without you. Selling or buying, for that matter. So now is the time for you to make that happen for yourself. Beat obscurity. Let's start to attract more business and make 2024 as profitable as possible. A couple of ways you're going to do that. First of all, throughout the entire year, I am going to be doing the weekly morning meeting. If you're not familiar with this, we launch this every single Tuesday. You will see it under 2 circumstances. Number 1, you're following the YouTube channel, and number 2, you ring the bell. That's how you're going to get notifications that says, hey, Greg just released another video. Not only will you get notifications on the morning meetings, we do a lot of bonus videos throughout the week. You're going to get notification on that too, but you have to be following and you have to turn on notifications. If you're trying to grow your real estate business, this is the place you're going to do it. If you're just into learning, and you never drop the L, you never get into earning, go somewhere else. It's not going to help you because I want you to make money. So throughout this calendar year, you're going to get a lot of content that will help you, but I want this to be the learning/earning year for you coming up, that you learn something new and you actually implement it for profit. You're going to get everything that you need right here. A couple of other notices for you here is you will notice with every video that I do, you can open up the video description box at the bottom. I think if you're in mobile, if you're on your cell phone, I think you have to click more or something like that. But if you look at the video description, the description of this video you're watching right now, you'll see some great links to free training. Like you want to think about, what am I going to do today to grow my business? You'll see some links to getfastclosings.com, listmoresellers.com, some stuff on luxury real estate, lots of free training that can help you because I want to provide as much value as possible, but it's of no use if you don't actually use it for profit. So check it out right there. I think you'll find it to be very helpful. Let's make it a profitable year coming up. I'll talk to you very soon, and bye-bye for now.